everybody, Crafting Journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just gonna make sure the mic is working. It is Tuesday, November 30th, the end of November. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think. What, working from home today. Okay. This morning I put together my week. Look, it has a little bow for the bookmark. What? Yes, it does. So here's our week. Snowflakes. This is wishful thinking, let me tell you. It's going to be in the 70s all week. Snowflakes and the mountain scenes and the trees and the cardinal. Yeah, not going to happen. 70s, like I said. I don't know what happened to the snow this year, but we have not had a bit of snow. So I did put a little list here for my Miss Maker sticker book. It's called Make Do. It's a list, Make Do list. And I need to buy 4 buttons for a project that a crochet project that I'm working on. It's a hooded scarf, but it buttons in the front. So doing okay with the buttonholes. I've done 3 of the 4 buttonholes. Not difficult at all. But I gotta buy some buttons to match it. And I might make a second one for another person. Yeah. Friday. Oh my gosh. Friday night. I gotta get a hold of a friend, because Friday is a very special birthday for someone in our community, and I'm gonna see if we can celebrate it. More to come on that. But tonight, Tuesday night, I'm doing a premiere. I got my green pen out. Premiere for Ticket to Ride. That is the name of the new event. Ticket. My nose itches. Ticket to Ride. Destination Paris. Yes, Notre Dame. We're going to go to Notre Dame. Yep. So that's the, I didn't write down the, my goodness. All right. So today is, I know what we're going to talk about in this day in history. And today is National Personal Space Day. Not outer space. Space between you and me. Yeah. Okay. I got some friend mail. Let's start out with that. Now, I opened it, but oh my God, you guys. So, it came from an Etsy shop, so I'm not sure who sent it. It could have been my Elfster. Although this was not on my wish list. If it wasn't on my wish list, then she went above and beyond. But it came from this Etsy shop that's it's Pamela Harrison, hand painted by Sully, Sam Sully 76 at AOL.com, and the Etsy shop is all one word, hand painted by Sully. Here is the card. I'll try to put that bigger here so you can see it. But you guys, look at this. Oh my God. Okay, you're like, what? They're spoons. Yes, they are spoons. Each one, there's a red, green, yellow, blue, but each one is a gnome. Look at that. Here, I don't want to take them out because they're so gosh darn cute. There's a yellow one, a blue one, there's a red one, and a green one. Now, I'm never going to use these as spoons because I don't want to ruin the paint job on them, but how gorgeous are these? I wonder if I could like put them in the tree, you know, like this. How cute is that? I can. And maybe the dogs will leave, or the cats will leave them alone. I don't know. There we go. So we put a couple of them on the tree. Aren't they adorable? Oh my God. I love them. Well, thank you to whoever sent them. I have a feeling it was Rivka, I think. If it was not Rivka and it was somebody else, please let me know so I can thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Really beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. What else do I have to show you? Nothing else. Okay. It is National Personal Space Day. This is the day where we give each other Personal space. You should give everybody personal space every day. A lot of people do not like to be touched. In fact, did you know if they have like a peach colored ribbon on, that means they don't want to be touched. They don't want a handshake. But you know what? I think in this day of the COVID, no matter what strain it is, you ought not to be shaking hands with anybody. You do the elbow thing or what else? But no hugs, no handshake. I'm so used to doing handshakes that it's almost automatic with me, and I have to like pull back and go, oh, sorry, no handshakes. How am I seeing out of these glasses? Oh my God. It looked like it snowed on my glasses. Um, so I have this painting back out. I am going to finish it. You see what I have left here. So I'm trying to get it done. Yeah, there's so much other stuff to do. So last night I worked on my Advent gnome. Here he is. Here he is. There are 25 days till Christmas. Now, each one of these slots, I have put in here a random act of kindness. So let's, I think I need tweezers to get them out because I stuffed them in here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's just grab the 25th day. Come on out. There we are. All right, let's see what it says on day 25. 25 days till Christmas. Now, this is just a suggestion. You don't have to do this, but, it would be nice. Okay, here we go. Pay for a stranger's coffee. Now, I'm not going anywhere today, so maybe tomorrow or Thursday when I'm at work, I'm going to pay for a stranger's coffee. Yeah. Pay for a stranger's coffee. And I'm going to put this back in because some of these slots are empty because I thought I made 25 and I didn't. So you'll get another chance to pay for a stranger's coffee. But that's what you do today. If you can. Oh, he's so sweet. He's like, it's almost Christmas time. 25 days till the big day. I have done no shopping. I'm making stuff. But shopping, no. Yep, and I've got grandkids to buy for. Last year I made them hats. I don't think they were crazy about the hats, so I'm not going to do that again this year. They still have them from last year. So we're going to put this gnome by the Christmas tree with the other gnomes. There you go. The cats will knock it over soon. So let's give everybody their personal space today, as we should every day. Wear your mask. They're saying now with this new strain that we should the indoor mask regulations should come back. This disheartens me so much because I hate wearing that mask. I really loathe it. I just feel like I can't breathe. Yeah. Anyway. Let's put the light pad on. Let's do some diamond painting. Now, I never picked up my pen off the floor. Still down there. Yep, I'm going to use tweezers because I'm putting down some ABs anyway. I still have these empty spots where I ran out of ABs. And now I can fill them in. There we go. I'm so good I can use 2 at a time. That's it. I've seen people use 3, 4. They're pretty good. Some people are really good with tweezers. Anyway, let's talk about Andrea, the missing person case. Our missing person, Andrea. Are we going to find her or not? So, episode 2, we are focusing on the missing in America people that she worked with. So she worked with these 4 women. One of the women was named Suzette. Now there was the one woman who ran there was 5 of them total, I believe 4 or 5. I haven't figured out because there's one they haven't told me what her name is. And I don't ever see her in person. So there's the lady that runs it, and then there's this lady named Suzette, and then there was Andrea, and then there was a couple of other women. One was Lucia, something like that. And then there's one they haven't told me what her name is. So Suzette was really close with Andrea. They would like, wear the same matching outfits whenever they would go on these missing persons thing. And they also worked with this guy, this private detective that I mentioned several times yesterday, named Tracy Leonard. Now, the night of Andrea's disappearance, Suzette said that at 2:12 a.m. she missed a FaceTime with Andrea just by a few minutes, and when she tried to call her back, no answer. So, and she, to this day, she just beats herself up because she missed this FaceTime, and she wishes she could have helped. Now they're all suspecting this Suzette because I mentioned they had that Google application where they could follow each other, and they see Suzette's car going across this bridge from Louisville into Michigan. No, Indiana. At 3:12 it goes into Indiana, and at 3 something else it comes back from Indiana. And she's like, no. So they're all suspecting that she actually did take a call from Andrea at 2 something and maybe erased it off of her Facebook. I don't know that there's a way to erase that feed or anything from that feed. I think you can delete. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think you can delete stuff. So they're thinking, well, maybe she did have a conversation with Andrea and she deleted it. And then she went down, picked her up, took her over to the bridge to Indiana. And then she came back. And she's like, no, I did not. I swear I didn't. Now, who lives across the bridge in Indiana? Tracy Leonard, the private eye that they work with. And he was very close to Andrea as well, and always telling her, hey, you would make a great private investigator, really feeding her ego. So now we have a new person involved, the head of this organization, Missing in America. She has, I don't know if he's her boyfriend. I get the impression that it's a new boyfriend. She moves to Venice, Florida. She's like, I gotta leave Louisville. I can't live here anymore, because she was very close to Andrea. So she goes to live in Venice, Florida. She meets this retired police detective. Nice guy, but knows his stuff. And he's like, you know what? Let's go back to Louis. Let's take a trip back to Louisville and let's investigate this. So she's like, okay. So they call Tracy Leonard, the private investigator who was tasked with investigating this thing over the last year and a half. So they do a FaceTime with him. They do a face call with him, and they say, we're coming to Louisville. We'd like to meet up with you, see what you've put together during your investigation. And he's like, oh yeah, I've got boxes of stuff. I've got 2 full binders of everything I've done, people I've interviewed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, I'll meet with you. We'll go through it. We'll see what maybe a fresh eye would, do something here. So the head of this organization, she packs up and comes with her detective friend to Louisville. And when they get to Louisville, they're calling Tracy Leonard. He won't answer the phone for over a week. He doesn't answer the phone. Every time this guy tries to call with him and meet up with him, he doesn't answer the phone. And then guess what happens? Oh my God, this is crazy. Lo and behold, there's a 3-alarm fire where he has his office. Tracy Leonard has his office, and all of his binders and material on the missing person of Andrea. They're all in his office. Everything is gone. Yeah. Now, his office didn't have a lot of fire damage, but it had a lot of water damage from the fire. What? Way too much of a coincidence for me. So is he involved in her murder? Murder? We don't know if she was murdered. Is he involved in her disappearance? Is Suzette involved in her disappearance? I don't know. So now the detective that's come to Louisville, he sits down with Suzette, and he's like, I need to get to the bottom of this. So he says to Suzette, are you sure you didn't just go over the bridge? You didn't meet up with her, take her over? She's like, no, I didn't. I'm telling you I didn't. And the tolls prove it. But I've already paid the tolls. And he's like, can you get another copy of those tolls? She's like, well, I don't even know who I would call. So he calls and he talks to the toll operator, and she tells him, yeah, this vehicle went over that bridge twice, but it wasn't in the AM, it was in the PM, like 3:12 PM, 12 hours after Andrea goes missing. Suzette had gone over the bridge and back. So she's completely exonerated. So now everybody's saying, we're sorry, we didn't mean to blame you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Meanwhile, we find out Tracy Leonard has a twin brother. Now, these are quite good looking men, especially his twin brother. His brother helps out. So they're still looking for Andrea, and with the help of Andrea's father. So they've gotten all these leads. They get a lead that she has been seen at this convenience store. So they go to this convenience store. The convenience store clerk says, oh yeah, I've seen her. She's a regular here. She lives at that homeless camp on the other side of the bridge. So the two of them are searching through this homeless camp. They don't find her. So that's a dead end. But we still have not seen Tracy Leonard. Finally, the producer of this documentary that was being made at the time she disappears calls Tracy Leonard, and he says, listen, there's a detective here that you promised to meet up with. What is going on with you? Where have you been? Well, I've been MIA, I'm afraid he thinks he's going to just take over this investigation, and like total jealousy on his part. He's like, I think you, by being missing in action, you're kind of putting the focus on you where you should really be helping out. You've been helping for a year and a half. These people want to talk to you. And he's like, yeah. So I don't know if he's ever going to talk to these people that are investigating. But we do find out a little bit more about Andrea. Andrea was a college graduate. She worked for Humana. And Humana had these huge corporate downs. Twice, Humana had 2 corporate layoffs where they were downsizing, and she got fired both times. So this poor woman is really down on her luck. She totaled her car. So now she has no place to live. She has no job. She has no car. And we find out that she was in a complete disagreement with her siblings because of this whole thing. So this detective, his theory is there are either 4 possibilities. She was abducted by a stranger. She willingly disappeared. Something happened inside the house when she went back to her parents' house. Or she's working undercover. So which theory is it? So he's trying to investigate this domestic theory. So he gets in the car and he arranges to meet with the middle sister. And he says, what happened that night? And she says, well, Andrea comes over. I'm on the porch drinking some wine with my girlfriend. We're sitting there chit-chatting, and here comes Andrea, and she's crying. She's all upset because she had a fight with her youngest sister. Andrea was the oldest, and this is the middle sister that she's at her house. And she's telling her story, and so she says, well, you need to go home and you need to work that out. So she asks her friend to stay with her child who was sleeping. She says, I'm going to give you a ride home. So she drives her home. This is about 1 o'clock in the morning. And drops her off. Doesn't wait to see if she gets in the house, the lovely sister. So apparently, an hour or so later, here comes Andrea again. She comes over to her sister's house again. She's like, I didn't have a key. They don't let me have a key to the house. Can I spend the night here? And her sister says, no. What? Yeah, her sister says, no, you can't sleep here. You need to go back home. Well, and the detective's like, who does that? Who in their right mind would say, no, you can't sleep here? Anyway, so he sends her back home. And the sister who's living there back home with her parents is living there with her husband. They did not get along. She felt like her sister was just a bum. Even though, like I said, she's a college grad, she's just down on her luck. Even her father was not kind to her. He told her, your boys are better off. You should just let them live with their fathers. And to this day, he's very sorry that he expressed that to her. But how horrible. So, maybe she did take off on her own accord. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be treated like that. Anyway, more to come on that story tomorrow. Yes, it still continues. There's more drama, guys. More drama on Andrea, who's still missing. Yep. And the other case that's going on, there is another trial going on Law and Crime, and I didn't catch that from the beginning, so I'm not really following it. But there's a case going on in federal court, Ghislaine Maxwell. And I'm going to try to, since I'm off today, get as much information as I can. They've only been in trial for 2 days, so I'm going to see if I can gather as much information about what has occurred during that trial, so I can bring that to you. Ghislaine Maxwell, as you may recall, was the girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was indicted for sex trafficking these young girls, 15-year-olds out of Florida. And he committed suicide while he was in jail. So he was never tried on any of this. So they're trying his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, as a co-conspirator in this sex trafficking ring, so to speak. And it's a very, very interesting case. And she's a very rich, wealthy woman, very, socialite, that kind of thing. So, as you know, they do not allow cameras in federal court. So I will try to ascertain as much as I can about this case so I can bring it to you tomorrow, as well as more on Andrea, who's missing. Okay. Now, this day in history, what happened? Well, they passed the Brady Bill in Congress. What is that? The Brady Bill, the Brady Bill. Now, 1993, November 30th, Bill Clinton has a celebration, a White House ceremony that was attended by James Brady, where he signs a gun control bill into law. So what this bill said is, if you want to buy a handgun, you have to wait 5 days for the seller to do a background check on you. Now, why don't they do this with AR-15s? I don't know. Anyway, so as you recall, Brady, he was serving as the White House press secretary for Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was shot by John Hinckley Jr. outside a hotel in Washington. Reagan was shot in the lung, and he was treated at the hospital and he recovered. Brady actually was hurt very, very badly, goes to the hospital, was pronounced dead at the hospital, and then comes back to life. And they treat him for a brain injury, and he actually did really, really well after this. I mean, he still has a brain injury, but he's alive. So he introduces this bill into Congress that says, if you want to buy a handgun, you need to wait 5 days so the seller can do a background check on you. Well, this was very, very much opposed by, the Republicans. They're like, no, the Second Amendment, we have the right to bear arms and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the bill passes. Thank God. They should do more of this. They really should. And I shouldn't express opinions like that on this channel, but I am so in favor of gun control. I'm sorry. I just believe it. I don't believe that anybody should be able to watch a man jogging around his neighborhood and then get a rifle and kill him. I'm sorry. No. I think it's okay to have a rifle for hunting. Lock it in a cabinet and take it out when you go hunting. That's it. Yes. You don't need an AR-15. All right. I'm on my soapbox. Let me get off the soapbox, guys. Oh my gosh. I gotta work today from home. This is not jammies. This is an actual shirt. It has little bicycles on it. Okay, what else is going on? All right, buy somebody a coffee today Be kind. Give everybody their personal space. Short show today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to make him buy me a coffee. Yep. Please subscribe. If you made it all the way through the show and you like the content, please consider subscribing. And don't forget the notification bell, because you don't want to miss a single episode of Crafting and Crime Daily, where I cover live trials. And tonight is a premiere, 8 o'clock, for the diamond painting event that starts January 1st. You are not going to want to miss the premiere, where we tell you all about it. Cheryl Katz will be my co-host. She's going to be moderating in our Facebook group that you're going to want to join, so you don't miss out on the prizes. All right, I will see everybody later. Take care. I'll see you in the premiere. Bye.